What's up, guys? Welcome to Mike's Garage. Today, we are going to be talking about this little guy right here, the Daytona Jack. This is the one that I purchased something like 4 years ago. So I wanted to do a quick update video on this Jack and give you a review because it'll be the unboxing and kind of unveiling of the new one. This Jack has been awesome. I did leave it outside for some time and you can see that it's kind of faded, but I have a solution for that. And the fact that, well, I have my M4 here. And you can see what color it is. It's Sahara orange. And Harbor Freight now makes this Jack in like 4 colors. And there's one color I think matches my car perfectly. I've actually had nothing wrong with this Jack besides the fact that it's damn heavy, like really heavy, which is good. Part of the reason that we purchased this Jack. And the other thing is my M4 is pretty damn low. When I put this under here, I sometimes can get it under. Yeah, I can. It really depends on if my wheels are turned properly and kind of where I'm parked. But I have not a ton of room. I have about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of an inch sometimes. Other times I just hit it and I got to pull up onto wood or something along those lines to use the Jack. So let me go grab the newbie real quick. And first off, you'll notice something that I just did. I carried this over with one hand very easily. So that's the lightweightness of the new, this is the 1.5 ton aluminum Jack. Obviously this thing's only 1.5 ton rated. I don't want to get away from my super heavy duty Daytona DJ300 that is priced the same. And right now what was cool, I don't know if they're going to be running this for that long, but I noticed at Harbor Freight today, if you bought this Jack, you got a free impact, the Brower or whatever it's called. I don't even know, because I don't mess with any of that stuff. As you guys know, I'm a Milwaukee guy, so I don't even screw with it. But I thought it was cool. I think it was like a $75 or $80 value you got for free if you purchase this. But I learned today from the girl, the manager, she said if you're ever dissatisfied with one of the Harbor Freight Jacks and wanted to just upgrade, you can bring them back apparently. So if you bought one that's smaller or whatever, you can bring it back. I think she was saying if you bought the warranty plan, but she told me bring my Jack back. I didn't have the warranty plan, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pay, I think, $65 to add the 5-year warranty or whatever. And she's like, yeah, just bring it in and you get the new one. So I think I'm gonna go do that in a second here. As far as damage goes to this one, I did notice, do a quick overview. Like I said, paint fading, left it outside. It's rusted. That's not really rust, it's surface rust, you know. The wheels still roll great. Love the way this thing rolls. This pad has definitely gotten torn up. I jack my car up a lot and I change wheels a lot because I do track car stuff, so I'm always changing tires, doing all sorts of stuff, so I use this a lot. The Zerk fitting right here has broken off, I guess, at one point in time, so that's a thing. Besides that though, you know, the grease has still stayed good. I have not greased it. You know, I haven't hit any of those Zerk fittings, but I could. And it's been a good Jack overall. So another thing is just the low profileness. It does go low, but not as low as this one. So we'll bust into this box and see how this is. But weight on this one, God, it's got to be easily 100 pounds. Let me Google it real quick. 104 pounds. So yeah, I was right. 104 pounds. It's freaking heavy, guys. This guy, 36 pounds, but half the tonnage, right? 1.5 to 3 tons. So anyways, this one's gonna go with me to the track. You know, in the back of my car, I can easily throw it in there, keep it clean, all that sort of stuff. It's gonna be my fancy Jack, if you will, which is cool. They do have some cheaper options as well from Daytona, but this one's just like, I don't know, it's the baller one. It like, I mean, for Harbor Freight, right? You know what it is, but I mean, it's a $300 Jack, right? So, you know, it's not a Mac Jack or whatever. Wait, everybody uses, so these are basically, as everybody knows, the snap-on Jack, made in the same factory, you know, had that whole lawsuit and everything. We all know that it's where it was made. So yeah, this thing's great. It goes really high. I'll leave this up. Okay, maxed out. I've never had any issues with it like draining off or anything, any bleeding off or anything like that. So again, let's pop into the new guy. Now, I remember when I don't remember if I had to put anything together on the old one. I might have had to put wheels on it, but man, I had to like pick it up by the straps and just hope to God that the straps didn't break, and the thing didn't land on my feet because, like I said, 104 pounds, not lightweight stuff to, you know, have something to fall on your feet or whatever. So handle-wise, wow, super lightweight. This feels like any, well, honestly, cheap jack handle that you would feel. So overall, I do like the original, you know, the Daytona steel one. You have to use this as a breaker bar, you know, to extend some stuff. I don't know that you would be doing it with this one because this one feels a lot more flimsy. You do have the padded piece where it says Daytona on it, which is nice. Obviously, this little pin. You know, the machining feels good on that, which is cool. It makes a good satisfying noise. You hear that? You can hear that kind of machined feel, which is cool. Manual and instructions, so we'll never read those. I might read them. I do want to see if we have to do any sort of bleeding procedure on this because there might be something. But look at that, dude. And come on, 36 pounds. It's like all day. This is great because all day long we can lift it up or do whatever with this thing. We can, can we hold it out in front of ourselves? Pretty decently, you know. But all day long we can have this thing up in the air, flip it around, and do whatever with it. Now, I'll try that with the 104-pound jack. It's gonna feel a bit heavier, right? So, yeah, that's good. The grease that they put on everything, similar to how I felt the original Daytona was. It looks like some high temp, almost red and tacky type grease, which is great. I'm sure it's not Lucas grease, but you know, get the idea. It feels like it. Feels a lot like it. All right, I am just gonna check these. Bleeding trapped air, so that's what it's talking about. So we will end up doing that. We'll bleed the trapped air out of this thing. I do not believe that I did that with my original Daytona at all, and it was totally fine. So, you know, was there an issue with it? No. Let's see what else we got in here. Pretty chill. Has you know, basic symptoms of why you might be having issues with the thing or whatever. And has a blown out diagram in the back. So, you know, will we keep this? I guess so, in case I need to get parts for it someday or something. As far as this goes, this is the shipping clip. You can see right here, this basically right here is all we have to remove. So we'll remove the clip and we will throw in the handle. But man, ooh, all day. I love this. This is freaking sweet, man. I love that I'm just gonna be able to throw this in the back of my car, because the other one that I was using, I'll show you what I normally use at the track, and it does not work at all for me. It's a piece of junk, right? It's huge, absolutely massive. I gotta put my car on boards to use it. It's dirty, it's gross, it's lightweight, so that's cool, but it feels like something's gonna break on it every time I use it. It's an AC Delco one I bought. I think I bought this so my car didn't have a jack and I needed to like fix something. So it's one of those like, oh shit moments, and then that's when you pick up a new tool. Oh, you know, I didn't notice this before. It's only got this little handle piece on one side, but that's okay because it's just meant for carrying, right? Which is cool. Does not seem that easy. Okay, here we go. Boom, push down. Now we're good there. Hit your car, but as you can see right there, you know, it is keyed to go into the jack. So pull this little pin back. Or, oh wow, actually untwist it, I guess. Pops in there, twist her back. Good to go. I'm gonna remove the fill hole screw right here. It's tight in there. And basically we are just gonna check the oil level of the cylinder, which, man, and then they want me to pump the handle 10 to 15 times, I guess. Get it all the way open. So I guess that's the procedure for bleeding out. Oh yeah, okay. I do see it bubbling. You see that? I can see a little bit of something. So we're basically bleeding out any air that might be in the jack here, which is cool. That seal back on there. We will tighten this guy back up. As far as the fluid level, I don't know. Maybe it could have used just a little bit more, but can't really tell. It's not super easy to be able to tell. It's time to have a quick jack off. Yes, folks, you heard that right. A jack off. Real quickly, take this one to the top. So we'll jack her off to the top. There we go. That is our max height there. So looking at that with this jack off procedure, you can see the old guy goes a hell of a lot higher. Like a lot higher. We're talking about, I don't know, 10 inches higher, something like that. Let me pull out a tape measure. It's about 16 inches and an eighth right there. Where this one goes, I would say at the pad height, right around 23 inches at the pad height. So we're talking a bit of difference there. So this, in my opinion, like I said before, is not my do everything jack. I do feel that this guy is the do everything jack, and you're still gonna want one of them at the shop. But, you know, I do think that we're gonna be using this lightweight one quite a bit, just due to how lightweight it is and how low profile it is. So let's go all the way down low. I'll get the measurement on that. Mine look, from what I see, 2 3/8, 3 3/4. That's what I'm going with the measurement from what I see. The website might say differently, but that's what I'm seeing right here on this elevation. So I'm gonna see how many pumps this takes right here. So on the first pump, we are on the jack pad, we are good to go. So that's 1, 2, we're going to max height, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I mean, we're already pretty high, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Is that it? Jesus, is that 18, 19 pumps? 20 pumps. Take a look at what I got going on here. That's 20 pumps. And my car is very high. Like, very, very, very high. Like, this is my hand. And yeah, we have quite a bit of room under there. So I'm also able, just to give you some perspective, how far off the ground is my front tire? My front tire is 19.5 inches off the ground. My, what do we call these? My little carbon side skirts, 24 3/4 inches off the ground. So over 2 feet. Now, control with this jack is very good. Go slow, stop it, slow, stop it, we'll go fast. Still very controlled, okay? So let's do the new guy, feel different. See if it's harder to pump or whatever. We will see. As far as positioning it under here, does take a little bit more precision. So, okay, all the way down, right? Because I want to start like that. Make sure we can get to the pad in one pump. We're there, that's good. Try to speed through this shot because I know it's not, well, I don't know. You guys will watch the full time. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me make sure this thing looks good. Yep, 9. As far as the pumps go, feels very similar. Like as far as the hydraulic pressure and everything, feels good. I don't remember what number I left off on though. Dang it, let me rewind. I left off on 10. So 11, 12, 13. About 13. The beginning of 13 is where it maxed out there. Okay. Carbon side skirt height. Right at 17.25. Front tire height. We're only at, well, say about 11.75 inches. So quite a bit lower. Like I said, this is not going to be that do-all jack. You still want the other guy. But yeah, that's why we're going to go to Harbor Freight and we're going to get a new one that matches the car, because we need to do that. But show the comparison on how that one goes together, I guess, huh? So also what goes into the 1.5 ton rating, in my opinion, I mean, besides the fact that this one's made out of aluminum, or the other one's completely, you know, steel and nice and reinforced and all that stuff and welded, and yeah, we're pretty much bolted together with little pieces of, I mean, thick, but you know, pieces of aluminum. This right here, it almost looks like it bends, but I guess it doesn't. It just rides super tight next to this. So in the future, I could see this getting all scuffed up, but I mean, I guess we'll see what ends up happening. But last little thing I wanted to show is control. So using my wrist, one-handed. Okay, see, that goes down really fast. And that's another thing I don't like about aluminum lightweight jacks a lot of times. They do feel like they have way less control. So like that's that all the way. Yes, I gave it quite a bit of beans open, but this one has so much better control of everything, you know? This one says 3 pumps to service height. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. Let's see what 3 pumps, let's see what service height is. I don't know what they mean by that. So that's 1 pump there. Okay, that's 1 pump. You've gone nowhere. 2 pumps. Okay. 3 pumps. Is my tire off the ground? Yes. So that's something. I guess, you know, we could consider the tire service. I don't know. Let's go 1 more pump. And like I said, my wheel's off the ground. I'm not doing much, but yeah, 3 pumps. Okay, sure. Okay, so at 104 pounds, you know, it's heavy, but mostly it's awkward in this box. It's big. We got the new one. But not only did I get this, check it out. I signed up for a 2-year warranty plan, which technically I guess I didn't need, but I did it because I wanted a new color jack. And they were also running a sweet deal. If you signed up for Inside Track and bought the jack, you got this for free, which I don't need at all. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it because I have all Milwaukee stuff, but dude, I mean, you can't beat free tools at Harbor Freight and Tool, right? You know, you always get those things. We got a tape measure. We got a little light switch thingamajig, which takes batteries, but not only that, I got a pack of batteries. Winning today at Harbor Freight, so that's awesome. Let's jump into the jack, show you what that looks like. It's the same as the other one, but a different color in it. Should match the M4 very nicely. Let's just compare the box size, man. Like, this is the little aluminum one, and this is the big boy, the Super Duty. They make this in purple. They make this in orange, sunburst metallic orange. They make it in a red, and they make it in the OG yellow, which is what I had before. Yeah, I guess we gotta get a little bit of tape off here. If I buy another jack, most likely it'll be the Badlands off-road jack. So here we go, opening it up. Oh man, it looks really good. Like I was saying, I like this handle. Yeah, it's heavier, so I understand, but I like this handle better than the aluminum one. It just feels strong. It just feels good. But also unnecessary. Again, instructions on this guy. Packaged very similarly. Oh, this is nice. This just rolls out, so we can pop it out, dude. This thing looks awesome. Cool. Go ahead and pop this little tab off the back. They just have this little piece. You push this down, then we pop that off. Jack comes off. Pull a little pin back. The other one actually spun out. This one just pops out. Feels really good. Nice and solid. I still think I prefer this jack over the lightweight one. I think that the lightweight one will be mostly for lightweight work, which is honestly what it's for, because it's 1.5 pounds or 1.5 tons. Something else we gotta think about: the rollability. The new guy, and there's a lot of heft behind it. Really huff this one around. This one, you know, it's got some mass behind it. It might be a little bit louder as well. We're gonna get hung up on things on this one a hell of a lot easier, as you know, it doesn't have a lot of ground clearance. So let's throw a rock under it. Just push into the rock. Well, if you push it away, you kind of use it as a steamroller. Test. Push it out of the way. I kind of got on it. I don't know. Pushes it out of the way too. So passes the rock tips, I guess. So real quickly, I'll go through the bleed procedure with the new guy. We'll just pop up the instructions and see what it calls for. But yeah, overall, what do you guys think of the new look? I mean, dude, both these jacks look awesome. Oh, come on, the matching one? That's crazy. If you guys didn't understand before, if you buy a lower end jack from Harbor Freight, and like I said, this is something that I learned today. I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight too. I should mention that. I'm not being paid by them. There's no sort of ties. This is just what I end up using. But yeah, if you buy, say, $100, $150 jack, and now you're not happy with it, you literally bring that jack in and they'll let you upgrade to a bigger one. Now, I'm thinking they're gonna make you pay for the service plan, like the 2-year service plan, but whatever, right? Yeah, that was, for this one, it was $64 for this. So they will make you pay that upgrade, but this is a $300 jack. So like I said, I was gonna buy another one anyways and keep my old yellow one for 2 reasons. I want 2 so that I can work on each side of the car, boom, lift it up at the same time and not have to, you know, switch it around or anything. Also, I wanted another one because I wanted this color, which is kind of dumb, but it is that thing. And then also, I wanted another jack that was lightweight enough that I could throw it in the back of my car and do whatever I need to do with it. But one thing I think this jack is missing is it needs a few stickers on it and things like that. Personally, identify it. It's like we are gonna pop off the cover plate to this real quick. Let's see, I got these new Milwaukee's right here. 3mm Allen. They have this little cover plate on the top. It just covers up the pump. Nice stainless steel hardware on here, which is great. Again, I love the way this jack looks, and I'm gonna be a lot nicer to this one. The old one I left outside for quite some time, and like I said, it got faded. That was probably one of the biggest things. But you know, as far as putting a jack to the test, well, I think that's a good testament to its durability. Having outside, you know, getting rained on and stuff like that. Why did I do that? I don't know. I don't really remember. I think I was being lazy, or I might have been working on my car and I left it outside for like 2 or 3 weeks or something while I was doing, might have been when I was doing my engine swap on my E30. That could have been it. So we'll get this off. Safety valve adjust screws, do not touch these. It's not these ones. It is this guy right here. We're gonna check the fluid level. Actually, they want me to put this all the way down, so let's back this off. So it's fully lowered. Open this little bleeder. Ooh, I heard air come out as soon as I opened that up. So, you know, something to think about right there. I do not see any fluid at the level at this moment. Pump it, it squirts. You'll actually see it going through there. See that spraying? And I pump this. I'm pumping it and it sprays. So we'll do that about 15 times. Solid pumps, and then we'll put the cap back on there. Like I said, you can see it on top of the cylinder a little bit. We could maybe top that off a little, but I think it's pretty good. So once we finish that up, we'll go ahead and put Bleeder screw back on. All the fluid levels, I think, are fine. Like it's showing it spraying out. It's looking good. So tighten this up. To wrap up this video, I do want to state that this one is basically designed to work over 5,000 times. This one, they don't talk about it, okay? So I do think, like I said before, this is your go-to. This is the one you're gonna want. This thing is comparable to the Snap-on one at $1,015, and it looks like it's going on sale soon again here for 239 bucks. That guy right there being comparable at $1,015, like for 249 bucks coming up on sale, pretty sweet. I guess they're doing a spring sale or whatever. They do sales of, you know how Harbor Freight is. They do them all the time. But dude, the matching now, absolutely sick. I do think both jacks have great uses. I think that this lightweight one is a great lightweight jack. Like I said, I don't think this is an end-all be-all. I think that if you do maintenance on your car and do stuff heavier than an oil change, you're gonna want that guy. You do suspension components, you do any of that stuff, you're gonna want the big one. But this one you could get by, but again, remember how high my car went up. Not that high. You're not changing out a transmission with that guy right there. You need to get some distance under your vehicle, and you're gonna need to get it up in the air with this guy. So overall, two great jacks. Love them. Gonna put this one to use at the track. You will see it. Track day coming up in a few days. First one of the season for Time Attack. So should be good times. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down there and give me a like. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. Still not there. Like 10,000 subscribers off. Hit that subscribe. Later, guys, and wrench on.